Hey everybody, welcome. It's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. Happy New Year to you. The first video of 2020. Looking forward to an exciting year. Lots of new product coming at you in January and February. It's when a lot of new products been launched. Interestingly, I just last night watching some videos on the new Taylormade Driver, the sim driver. Any of you, I'm sure plenty of you have watched that video. Interesting to know what you think. Probably won't get the chance to hit it because Taylormade don't send me any product, which is fine. Obviously not big enough to get there privy to new launches like that, but I might get my hands on one and try one. But from the reviews I've seen, everyone's saying pretty similar to the M5, M6, which is no surprise because, you know, where can golf manufacturers go with design? You know, it's must be very difficult trying to design a driver which outperforms the previous one. Anyway, that's a completely different story. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Cobra King Forged Tech iron. I've already done a review, post a link up there somewhere, on the one length, which I was really interested, really enjoyed hitting the one length irons. Very surprising how the distance is controlled. But anyway, this is a new model for 2020, the Forged Tech. I'll tell you a little bit about it as we chat about it. We'll flash up some pictures to go alongside the chat with it. So no big surprise that this one is a hollow design. This has become, we've seen this a lot, haven't we, in the last year or two. We've seen Ping i500s come in with a hollow forged face, sort of stainless body, and then with a forged face welded on it. We've seen Ping done it, Taylormade P790s have done it. Hollow head again. We've seen it from PXG, and I think it's become the latest trend. What you're going to get from a club like this is a club that looks quite traditional, looks like a sort of a muscle back iron. We'll give you some pictures overhead. So not too big, not too chunky, blade length nice and compact, but you get all the forgiveness of a big out and out cavity back club because it's hollow. So you're getting the best of both worlds. And it's forged. Now what I'm not 100% about here, I think again, I'll have to double check on this with my sales rep. I think it's just the face which is forged. I don't think the whole body is forged, but I may be wrong. And if any of you know that, then please put me right on it. So yeah, going back, hollow design, what does it do? Basically lowers center of gravity, CG in golf spec, center of gravity for controlled distance and more forgiveness. We've also got a foam insert inside, picture up there somewhere. Foam's been used a lot in golf clubs over the years, in heads, in shafts, and it basically dampens vibration and improves the feel, gives it a slightly softer feel. We've got this Pwr Shell. I've no idea what Pwr stands for, but it's a Pwr Shell face, which you can see is kind of been welded, I guess, onto the body of the club. What's that doing for us? Giving us a larger sweet spot, higher launch and faster ball speeds. As I said before, this is their tagline on their website, which I just got all this info off. It says crazy, classic look with crazy distance. Okay, it's available 3-iron through to pitching wedge and a gap wedge. I've got this in a 7-iron that I'm going to hit today. The 7-iron loft of this is 29.5, so it's on the strongest side. Average for 7-irons these days has become about 30, isn't it? Unless you're going into some more of the traditional players bladed type irons, which tend to be 32 or 34 degrees. So 29.5, slightly on the strong side. Length is 37.5 inches, almost standard for cavity back club these days. I'm going to be I am a custom fit centre now for Cobra. I don't have all the custom fit kit through yet, so I'm not up to speed on what shaft options are. Again, having a quick look at the website over here in the UK, there are a lot of shaft options, but I think some of the shafts are upchargeable. So you'll probably get maybe, I don't know, half a dozen shafts where you're paying the same price, but if you get into some more of the exotic stuff, you're going to pay a little bit more money for them, which is fair enough, I guess. The stock shaft's a really good shaft they're offering in steel. It's the KBS S-Taper Light, which is a pretty new shaft that's come out recently. It's a great shaft. The spec on this I'm hitting this in regular today, I'll tell you why in a minute. 110 grams, it's a mid to high launching shaft and it's a mid to low spinning shaft. The stock graphite shaft is a Project X catalyst, which I don't have yet, hasn't come through. Spec down below. And the standard grip is a lambkin crossline with this Connect, which is their system to kind of link it into a Bluetooth and get all the data. Loads of stuff on their website about the Connect system. It's an app, obviously, which you put onto your phone or whatever. You do have to pay for it. There is a charge for it, so I don't think it's free to get the app. Price-wise, again, always a thing which I'm interested on YouTube, as people don't tend to talk about price too much, do they? So I don't know why, because you can just click on a website and find out what the price is. 40 pitching wedge in these, a 7-iron set in the UK right now, you're looking at £899, which goes right in alongside the Ping i500s, which was a really popular club for me last year, which I sell again, 40 pitching wedge, £899, fully custom fitted. So there we go. That's enough chit chat about it. Shall we go and hit some? Let's spin around, get in the hitting area, and I'll tell you what we're going to do today in the hitting test. Let's go. Okay everybody, time to put this Cobra King Forge Tech iron through its paces a little bit. The reason I've gone with regular shaft is that I want to make these reviews and tests a little bit more relevant to the majority of golfers who watch this video. Now I'm going to try and swing this club at around about 80-ish miles an hour club speed, sort of a 110 ball speed, that sort of thing, which I think a lot of golfers watching this video will be around that mark, and I appreciate there'll be golfers who'll be much faster than that, into the 90s with the 7-irons, and there'll be golfers who are maybe a little bit slower. But I'm trying to find somewhere in the middle, which makes it a little bit more relevant, rather than me just standing here with a 7-iron trying to smash it 180 yards with a 7-iron, swinging it as fast as I can. I'm on the 13th hole at the Belfry, the Brabazon, where several Ryder Cups were played. Don't think several, actually, it's an exaggeration, 2, maybe 3, can't remember now. I've got 160 yards to the flag, plays a little bit uphill, so it plays a little bit longer than that yardage. I've got Callaway Chrome Soft golf balls on the deck, and we're going to hit a few. Let's go. You know this is a 7-iron, and you know it's 29.5 degrees of loft. Now that was a little bit heavy, folks. So that's going to test out the forgiveness of this club. Bit fat. I think this backspin there, because I fatted it a little bit, will come right off. I bet this is a really low spin. Not too bad, actually. I just glanced it going through. So club speed around about 80 miles an hour. GC2 without the HMT addition, head measurement technology. Club speed is guesstimated. It's not bad. It's pretty close. Ball speed's pretty accurate. So we're around about that 110 ball speed I was after. Fatted it, got a very low launch at 16.6, and the spin reflects on that at 4,400. So yeah, bit of a misstrike, but you know, this is what testing a club's all about, isn't it? You don't want to know what happens when you absolutely middle it. What happens if you do fat it or thin it or catch it a bit on the bottom? Did very well. My customary draw there, which is my natural shot shape. I'm going to endeavour to change that on this one, and this is my attempt of hitting a fade, which often becomes a double cross pull, but we'll give it a go. Now that could be all right, actually, and that's an entirely different shot. This is pretty good. Oh no, pitched right on the fringe and got a shoot forward. Okay, so that's gone miles. That's gone a lot further than it should have done, because it pitched. That had pitched another foot. That would have pitched and stopped. I'll get another one going. Let's have a look at the numbers again. 110 ball speed, launch angle a bit higher, 19, spins up, 57, 59, and a 154 carry. Ignore the run out distance on that, because it got a huge shoot forward. What does it feel like? What does it look like? So behind the ball, it looks great. It's got minimal offset, not too much offset. That's the angle from the front edge of the club to the leading edge. Quite a compact, muscly back head. Classic look behind the ball. Feel, here we go again. The feel's subjective, isn't it? Does it feel soft? It certainly doesn't feel hard. Let's put it that way. It's got quite a nice quite a nice soft feel off the club face. See if I can land one on the green here and see what the spin does. Oh, that's going left. Just hate. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Thought I was going further left. Okay, so it's not sort of pulling back and zipping back, which I wouldn't expect it. Club speed's a little bit higher than I was expecting there. Do you know, honestly, I thought that was going miles left, so that's done quite well. Again, launch is a bit low. Got the face a little bit shut on it, 16.5. 161 carry from a 112 ball speed, just spinning it under 5,000. I'm going to go one more, and I'm going to go for a slightly higher, softer landing shot if we can get it. That is testing the playability of the club to its absolute limit. I cannot tell you how thin that shot was. I hit that so far out the bottom groove, it was scary. It felt super thin, but look at the result. All right, the flight of it's low because I thinned it, just under 15-degree launch, but did ever so well there. It kept up the carry distance at 155 from a 111 ball speed, and it was right at it, wasn't it? So that was a really interesting experiment. Didn't hit that great, which doesn't really bother me when I'm testing golf clubs. What really winds me up when I watch some YouTube reviews is that they hit just like perfect shot after shot after shot after shot, and you think, well, that ain't going to happen in the real world, is it? We're all going to hit some missed strikes. We're all going to catch them a bit fat, a bit thin, pull the odd one. What will this club do? Is this club forgiving? Yes, very forgiving. It had to be to deal with some of those, didn't it? Does it look good? Yes. Does it feel good? Yes. Is it a club which is going to appeal to a lot of golfers? Yes. So it's ticking all the boxes, really. As I said, it's full custom fit available on this club, and I urge you, as always, if you're considering spending a lot of money, £900, whatever that is in dollars, I'll maybe do the conversion down below, you've got to make sure this club's right. Get the right shaft, get the right grip, get the right length, get the right lie. All of that has to be done, or else you're really taking a bit of a chance on it. I loved it, really enjoyed hitting it. If any of you folks out there have tried this club yet, 'cause it has been out a little while, the King Cobra Forged Tech iron, post some comments down below. As always, thanks for watching the video. I've rattled on a bit longer than I should do as usual. Post your comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would be good to have you along. That's it, all done for today. Bye for now.